Matrix, you can see everybody who's been in the Matrix and doesn't even realize it.
Yeah, well,
Like,
in his, I mean,
yeah,
his theory, which is kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know if it's his either, but so in like the realm of aliens, like there's obviously I mean, if you were to believe aliens and you were to believe that there's like general, I mean, even if like the lizard people and all that stuff, so there would be essentially different races of aliens. You know, have you like your grays, you have your, there was a couple others you listed, but like, so essentially, like maybe the grays only, abduct 25% of like the human population. There might be another race that's abducting, bigger or another percent. Like, so at some point you get where there's like cross pollination where at that point almost everyone has been abducted at some point. Even when there's stuff called like, I think it's like Gray Eyes or something like that, where it's the people who are abducted by the Greys or a different type of Gray females. They were then like impregnated with um, semen from like Greys that were modified, and then essentially the kids were given birth on the ships, and then they were brought down to Earth to like essentially be like
Wait,
spies
so
inside.
those women that were abducted, they never returned, right?
No, they were returned. Like the kid was kept on the ship. Like
How fast is that pregnancy?
I think it was like an in vitro. I don't know. I think they took her egg.
Oh, yeah, I'm a fucking
And they
idiot. Yeah, okay, that
then
makes sense.
they
I thought that
they
they
eventually
actually
came
made
back.
her pregnant and they like kept her for like 9 months or whatever, however long they. Okay, I see. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
That's what I'm
okay.
saying. Like you can go through this AMA and read it for like
See, this
2 weeks.
this is where my skepticism again starts because
This is where it starts.
yeah, this is where
It
it
doesn't start a
starts.
little earlier than
Well,
this.
it started very, very early. I'm talking about my skepticism about the guy who's claiming all of this
Yeah,
shit, right?
yeah.
Okay, so
He has a roommate that's a reptile. You realize that, right?
yeah,
Literally, there's
That
15,000.
but,
There's 15,000 comments on this.
but
Just so you know.
what I'm trying to say, right, is okay. Okay. I will grant you that you've been taken by these aliens. Let's take that as fact or as true. I can grant you that.
Sure.
I can grant you the implants. I can grant you the black government. I can grant you like a whole bunch. But when you start getting into like all this weird scientific mumbo jumbo, like what the aliens are doing, like why would the aliens be sharing that with you? Why would they keep you conscious so you could see it? Like I don't like once you start getting into like a lot of details, like this is the aliens' plan, this is what they're doing, this is all this stuff. I have to question you because I'm like, if I were taking some other sentient species from another planet
Mm-hmm.
and doing whatever with them,
Right.
like they would not be conscious and they would not be seeing what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I would put them. I would not put them and be like, "Look, alien species, this is what I'm doing to your planet. This is our grandmaster plan." Like I would keep it as vague as possible. They'd be in their own white little room. I do whatever the fuck I want, and I put them back. And
yeah,
then
yeah.
when they, and if
But
they said anything, they'd be like, "I went to a white room and I got some implant, and then I got put back." I don't know what the fuck they were doing.
all right, but
Yeah.
like when some people will go into surgery
Yeah,
and they have whatever the fuck operation done on them or whatever, and they put them to sleep.
yeah,
But there's reports of people that were conscious during that. You know what I'm talking about? Like sometimes when the shit doesn't work and like it doesn't completely put you to sleep and you are
yeah.
conscious. Yeah. So like that kind of shit happens, Maybe that's just what happened. They thought that they were out, but their mind retained some of what happened to them
Again,
and they can remind it. They can remember.
I'm just saying, any species that's smart enough to like do intergalactic spaceflight and all that shit,
Okay,
is smart enough
yeah.
to like section off somebody in like their own little white room.
Yeah,
So they
I
can't see
guess.
us.
Maybe they just don't. Maybe they already know that it's like. All right, so let's say they do have like an advanced understanding, right? They
Yeah.
probably know that those people are not going to be believed. They're going to be ostracized. They're not going to be. They're going to fucking be basically what this guy is. I mean, he's a
Yeah.
fucking anonymous dude on Reddit that nobody fucking really believes. They're just
That's
having
true.
fun with him. Like,
Yeah,
there's
but-
really they have nothing to fucking fear. Like
Yeah,
nobody would ever believe that shit.
again, I agree with you. No one's gonna believe him once he says aliens abducted him. Like if they've studied us, they already know that. Like they could take him, do whatever the fuck they want, bring him back, and no one's gonna believe them. But at that same point, I can't believe that they're so blasé to take such a giant risk with their security.
Well,
Maybe.
I mean, even if you want to look at it at the point, like, if it is, if they do have that superior intelligence, technology, like everything, I mean, it's no different than like you don't wear a mask when you like step on an ant, like what do they like really have to fear? Like,
Yeah, they don't have anything to fear.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know.
Kyle, let me ask Kyle a question. All right, Kyle, if I told you right now that you, all right, so, God damn it, how do I say this? If you could be abducted by aliens, would you want to be? Like, if some alien, not alien, if some alien told you, like, all right, we're gonna take you and we're gonna abduct you, like, would you want that to happen, or would you not want that to happen? Like, don't fuck with me, don't take me. Like, right now, put it out in the universe. Do you want to be abducted? If there's such thing as abductions and aliens, do you want to be abducted? Would you want to be?
And I would know. I'd be conscious.
Yeah, you would know. You would know.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
why not? Aren't you curious? Like,
I'm definitely curious, but like,
you don't want your butt fucked with?
Well, no, I don't really care about that.
You don't care about them fucking with your butt?
No, I feel like they have it under control. I feel like it's a fine situation.
No, dude, they always that's what they always do. They always go for the butt first.
Tear it up?
Yeah, they rip it up, dude. They put implants in there.
But I mean, my thing is like, I think we talked about this before. Like, I remember watching, there was some documentary I watched, and there was like a lady who has like alien or UFO tours, and she'll take you out to this like hot spot in the desert, and you can sit there, and she guarantees like you'll see like, I don't know, like 50 UFOs in the night you're out there. So she goes and like does it, and like she's pretty like laid back, and she seemed cool, and like it was interesting. And so then they get back to like the diner, and this guy's interviewing her, and he's like, well, why do you believe all this stuff? And she's like, oh, you know, I've been abducted before. And he's like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. She's like, I've been, you know, special. I've been taken to, you know, their homeworld. I have like 50 kids on this other planet, like, and all this stuff. And like, she sees them all the time. And like, if that shit's real, like even as like open-minded as the dude was, like, at that point in the conversation, you could tell he was like, ugh, like.
Yeah, of course.
I know. So I mean, you have this experience, and like, I don't know, you just can't share it. Like, you can't.
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, you would know, but it would open so much more anyway. Like,
no one would ever fucking believe you. Like, that's not why you would do it. You would do it just because.
Yeah, but you feel like that would be like.
So you would know.
At that point.
Your understanding of the universe would be so much larger than anyone else's.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to do it. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to do any. Like, your understanding of the universe would then be fucked. Like,
you'll be Agent Mulder.
Yeah, you would be Mulder.
Yeah, but Mulder wasn't a happy guy. He was a guy who knew too much.
Yeah, but Mulder's everyone's favorite character.
Yeah, but do you want to be fucking Mulder?
Everyone wants to be fucking Mulder. Everybody wants to fuck Mulder.
I don't want to be Mulder. Fuck that noise.
Oh, I definitely want to be Mulder.
He knew too much. I am happy with my ignorance.
Nah, man. Well, alright, I guess ignorance is bliss, but...
Yeah. Like, just imagine this, right?
Dude, so, I will put that out, I will put it out here before we change... I will put this shit out here to the universe. If there is abductions going on, you can take me. You can fuck with my butt a little bit. Don't fucking do anything too damaging, and don't fuck with my dick too much. I mean, you can masturbate me or whatever, but don't, like, cut in my dick, alright? Alright, don't cut my dick. You can masturbate me, I guess.
Let me pause it. Let me posit this to you guys.
I just want to ride around on the shit.
And, like, every so often they give me a yanker, too, but...
Oh, my God. Let me ask you guys this. So, if there's something that's out there abducting us, right? Do you think there's something out there that's abducting the thing that's abducting us? Do you think, like, it's just one giant chain of abductions?
Well, yeah, I mean, that was part of the... I think his... I mean, if there's multiple races... I mean, I don't know if they're abducting each other, but...
I mean, because you would... you would think that if we had knowledge of these abductions, you would think we would protect ourselves somehow. We'd be like, all right, let's cut this shit out. Like, everyone's butts are getting fucked up. Let's put up some defenses or some kind of... You know, we would let each other know to be like, hey, look out for this shit. But he talks about an abduction and how it happens and shit. Like, he's basically in his kitchen or some shit. And then, dude, this was actually kind of cool. He was in his kitchen. I don't remember it exactly, but you can read it. I'll just tell you what I think it was. He's in his kitchen. He's just going about his night. And he hears the lock open on the door or some shit. And he turns around to look. And he notices that his door is wide open. He knew that he didn't leave it open. But then his mind starts to go, oh shit, this has happened before. This happens all the time. And like he knew he was going to be abducted. Like he, up to that point, he had no idea he was being abducted before. But finally, like it happened so many times that he just snapped and he was like, oh shit, this happens all the time. This is when they take me. And like he realized that it was about to happen. How fucking awesome is that shit? Like if one point in your life you just realize you're like, this has been happening a lot, and I just never remembered until just now that it's happening, and it's about to happen again. That's crazy. That's so scary. That's like that fucking that fucking movie, Eighth Kind or some shit or whatever it is, or I don't remember what it is, but with the rabbits that are like the snow owls that are like alien faces or whatever. And you just see them all over the place, and you're like...
That's the one that's like the documentary.
Yeah, you just always remember the aliens as fucking owls or whatever, because you're like, oh, those are just owls that I see all the time, but it's really like every time you get abducted, that's what your mind tells you they are, so it just can't deal with the fact that it's an alien. That's fucking awesome. I don't know, that's an awesome fucking thought, though. Do we have anything else on abductions? Is that it?
I do got another topic, and this one's actually for you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so did you hear about that thing about Tinder?
Oh, wait. Let me just read this shit in chat, and then we're going to get to that.
Okay.
What if the aliens made you masturbate to completion while an animal tongued your butthole on live TV? What the fuck? Why would that happen? Why would that happen? That doesn't even make any sense. What animal? I guess it depends on what animal.
Oh, my God.
I don't even know. I don't know what that means. Is there alien probing involved? There's always alien probing involved. They always fucking probe you. That's like what they want to do. They have no other reason to take people other than to fucking reproduce us and probe us and shit.
That's the one big theory. Like essentially all alien abduction centers around like psychosexual.
Yeah, what else would they need us for? They're not going to make us work and shit.
Maybe they're just putting like the tracking device that they're like. Maybe it's just like a giant tag program. Like how we tag elephants and all that shit, but instead of tagging us because that's too obvious, like we're not stupid. If we had like a tag on our ear, we'd know something was up. They jam it up our ass.
They definitely put stuff in your ass for sure. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, what's up with Tinder? Talk to me about Tinder.
So Tinder recently, I don't know if this is like worldwide.
I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I know it definitely happened in the UK. So
it happened here too.
Oh, so it's everywhere, eh?
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck me. So yeah, if you're over 28, well, basically, first of all, they put a price on it, so you can only swipe, I guess, right so many times before you run out of likes.
You got to be real fucking
selective now.
Selective with your right swipers, dude, because I hit the wall.
Yep.
I hit the no more swipe wall.
Well, because for
right.
Right
yes
is
no.
match. Right is yes.
Okay. That's...
Yeah, and I think you get like 50 or something for every 5 hours.
There's an algorithm.
Yeah.
So it's not it's not the same for everybody. Some people have more swipes and some people have less. I have 888 matches. So I don't know if that means I have less or more. Probably less, I would think. So I'm getting up there in matches.
Yeah, you're probably. But yeah, so you got that, and then you have the whole they're charging you if you want unlimited, and then if you're over 28, you're fucking getting charged out the ass.
Mhm.
Like I don't know what it's like over in the U.S., but here it's $22 a month.
Yeah, it's...
Ooh, they're charging you specifically because you're over 28?
Because you're older, yeah.
Over 28, $22 a month, cough it up.
You're old as fuck, and you can't, They
don't want your ass.
I know. Dude, it's rough, man. I'm 29, so... Yeah. I think it's 30, though. Are you sure it's 28?
It's 28 over in the UK.
Okay, I think it's 30 here in U.S. That the price wall gets increased. But, dude, that shit's fucked, man. And you know what?
I just want to just point out that, I have paid for dating services. I paid for OKC, I got gifted a month of OKC Premium when I first started dating because everybody was telling me I was single for way too long. And then I just kept paying it because it was actually nice to be able to creep on people invisible. Mm-hmm. But OKC is what, $6? Yeah, fuck you. OKC is $6 a month. Right. And that's what I pay for Netflix and Spotify and all that bullshit. So it was worth it. But $22 fucking dollars?
Yeah, I mean, whatever it is, it's too much. For sure.
I think this is the death of Hooray.
It might be the death of Hooray, but I'm not sure. You can always do it for free up until a point.
No, but see, okay, if you're a chick, you can, but for a guy, you know for a fact that Tinder is it's a numbers game for guys. Like, you never ever 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 swipe left. Ever.
Come on, Cam. I swipe left on some big uns. When there's a fucking when there's a big un, I swipe left.
Oh, okay.
Mine's a heavy left swipe.
I'm a heavy left swiper when it comes to like if I know that there's a chick that I'm just not gonna be interested in. It's a left swipe. But here's what happens is now my right swipes are like fucking gold now. Like you gotta be like I gotta be sure it's gonna be a match if I'm gonna swipe right. Just because I can't waste it. I can't waste a right swipe on a chick that's not gonna match me. No way. It's a dangerous game now.
But then that just kind of defeats the whole purpose of what Tinder was good for, when you were looking at it as more of a hookup app than a dating app.
I see this as a good thing, okay? And listen, I could get killed for saying this by all the people out there that want to date on Tinder, but I think this is a good thing because this has angered enough people that there's a demand for something new, and something new will rise up, and it might be better than Tinder. It probably will be, and it'll be free, and everyone will move over to that, and we'll have a brand new thing to fuck around with.
Well, I was actually saying my first two thoughts.
Googler's light.
Googlers is coming. This might be it.
Yeah, this could be. But yeah, my first two thoughts when I saw this was fucking this killed Tinder, and everybody's like, we're gonna get new Tinder soon, and my God, Ryan's gonna be pissed.
No, I mean Tinder's great, but I don't know, man. Nothing's been working for me lately, so I'm ready for something new, probably.
Really? Or nothing like on Tinder, or like are you just?
Nah, I think everyone's so fucking fed up with the snow that no one wants to do anything. Yeah. So that's what I'm blaming it on.
Now, do you think so? You, as you said, it's 30, right?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I think it's 30 in US.
Yeah. I know for a fact it's 28 in the UK. I don't know what we have in Canada.
So you're 30.
I'm 29.
You're whatever. You're paying for it. So you're 30.
Sure.
You're a woman.
Sure.
You're paying $20 a month. At that point, realistically, are you paying $22 a month for sex? Essentially.
Yes. Well, okay.
Do you think there's meaningful relation? I mean, I'm not.
No one's paying.
Someone who's never
no one's gonna pay
Tinder.
for that shit.
Well, definitely no.
Oh, of course, no one. But that's what I'm saying. If you are paying for it,
if you're a chick,
is that what you're paying for it?
If you're paying for it, then no. I'm not really.
As a guy.
It's different for a chick than a guy.
Yeah, for chicks, you can basically if a chick approached Tinder the same way that a guy approaches Tinder.
Jesus Christ, I'd be getting laid like fucking no tomorrow if that was the case. Holy shit.
Girls can be like
that would be a fucking renaissance if that shit happened. If chicks wanted to fuck as much as guys do, can you fucking imagine how this world would be? We would all fucking love each. There would be no killing. There would be no murders. We wouldn't give a fuck about the Bilderbergs or the fucking Illuminati. We would just fuck everybody. Fuck each other.
Yeah, but
everyone would be living in a fucking paradise.
Yeah, but I don't know, man, because like the chase is kind of fun. Like if every girl just gave it up as easy as every guy would ever give it up, I think like the whole romance and the chase it wouldn't exist, and life would just be really boring. Like the meaningless sex would start to grit on you after a while, and you want something maybe real. I don't know. I think the chase is what keeps us like that wolf instinct in us is what keeps that's what keeps us going. And if you give it to us too easy, we become soft and we become complacent, and it just stops being fun.
I don't know, man. I don't know, dude.
I understand what you're saying. Like that first 6 months would be a fucking renaissance, but
look at a movie star, right?
Yeah.
Like a movie star just fucks whatever he wants all the fucking time, and his life is probably pretty fucking good, just because of that. Like,
yeah, he has other reasons other than like he can get sex whenever he wants to, but then like he's also fucking loaded, so he can if he wants to he can go fucking buy a go-kart track and like race that. He can swear off sex forever and just race ghosts. Like, I think money's the key there. But I understand what you're saying. But I still maintain that the first 6 months would be like the worst, would be the best, and then after that, it would just go downhill ever since.
If anyone wants to know why Ryan, intern, is our intern, I asked him How can we translate our Googlers franchise and corner this Tinder market? He said we just got to drop the ad. Why meet up with the girl of your dreams when you can stay home and jerk off to her?
It's not bad. Yo, let me give fucking intern Ryan a shout out, dude. Every time I'm streaming, this fucking dude is in the stream. He fucking got on today, helped me make the stream fucking look better. Like, intern Ryan's working, dude. If we had any money, I would pay intern Ryan. For sure. I would give him like a couple bucks.
Definitely make sure you have our college professor write us.
I would pay him. Yeah. We'll write you a good review for your next job. Just put us on that resume. Put me down for a reference. I'll definitely fucking... Interned at the Death of Comics.
Wouldn't it be better to do it on Kyle's podcast?
No. You got to use this one.
Yeah. By the way, Kyle, did you see that you got a shout out on r/comic books today?
No, I didn't.
Well, see if
I don't go on there.
Oh, god damn it. We'll talk about this shit on this show.
Yeah. No,
Wait,
somebody, like, people
what was
were
it for?
actually... No, for Kyle and Pages and Panels.
Who was it?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see, like, any of our regulars, though.
Oh my
That's
god.
one of my regulars.
Oh my fucking god. I hate it. I fucking hate it.
I was plugging ours, but, like...
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like to hear that.
Let's see if I can get this up here.
Yeah, I don't go on that cesspool. That is.
I check it
That's
sometimes.
Comic books. But thanks whoever did.
It was Eyes for Indie or something like that. If you guys want to post it up, I'll put it in Skype and you guys can just toss it on Twitch.
Let's not get crazy. What else do we have to talk about before books? Do we have anything else?
No, I tried really hard to come up with myself to that Would You Rather.
Do the first half. Can we talk about the first half?
Yeah, we can talk about it. I mean, just as I guess an exercise in general. So I was trying to come up with the Would You Rather. Oh, we do have the one from Cat.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that one. Let's do that one
You want
too.
to do that one first?
Yeah, let's do that one first.
Alright. He posted it in here. He was on it. Catfish Jenny asks, would you rather your dick hole be the size of your asshole or your ass be the
Hole.
size...
Your asshole.
Yeah, it's goddamn Twitch. Asshole will be the size of your dick hole.
So you
They
could have...
perform the same function as normal, only the size changes.
Alright, so your asshole is the size of your dick hole, or your dick hole is the size of your asshole. Same
I mean,
functions.
how big's an asshole?
That was my
Yeah,
question.
no.
Well,
It's pretty big, man.
here's
Think
my
normal size?
No, but here's my question, because like your asshole constricts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like gaping wide unless you're just a freaky ass porn or something, or
Or Jeff.
and-
Yeah.
you're getting pegged regularly. So, like, are we talking your asshole at its widest, or are we talking your asshole in its regular non-pooping state?
I think your asshole, I think your literal asshole, like, is on your dick. Like, it looks like your asshole. It works like your asshole. Like, it's a literal fucking asshole on the head of your dick. That's what I think. So it is stretchy, but usually it's, you know, at its normal default state, whatever that is. See, here's my thing is, like, wouldn't you always go with the asshole on the dick? Like,
Yeah.
You can't go dick hole on your ass.
No. Like,
Right? It's not
you die.
you would rip that so fucking fast.
You would die.
Like, it's impossible.
You'd get backed up and fucking die. No, you put your ass, like...
You would definitely die. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Like, if you put your asshole on your dick, right? Basically, like, let's go through it. So, like, peeing, okay? Peeing is... If anything, peeing's going to be easier. Like, it's just gonna come right out there.
I think you might get some weird spray pattern, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's definitely near the end, but, like, when you're midstream, you'd be able to stabilize that.
Right, just by pushing. Just by
Yeah,
pushing.
exactly.
Yeah, I got you.
Just do some fucking kegels. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and then like the other thing is like, but what happens when you want to have sex? Well, you fucking toss a condom on in the dark and you go to town on her.
Nakem's all about that tricking chicks in the dark shit, where it's like it's like everything under the cover of darkness, and just get a bag on it as fast as you can, and just be like, everything is normal.
Yep.
Don't worry, everything is fine. Wait, so I thought this was a fucking genius would you rather, and then I thought about it, and Kyle, you can't go the other way, right? There's absolutely no way you could have a penis hole for your asshole.
No, I mean that stretches too though, doesn't it?
Your dick hole? I
Yeah,
mean,
and
it
they put like
opens like a
cameras in
mouth.
there
It opens
and
a little
stuff.
bit like a mouth, but yeah, but it doesn't stretch as much as your fucking asshole, dude.
Have you ever heard of the guys who are into like sounding?
Yeah. Is that what it's
Yeah,
called? Sounding?
I think so.
I thought it was called like docking. Maybe it's both.
But yeah, when like they take the
But
metal rod and like they shove it down their yeah. Let's see if Google. Well, actually, yeah, this is a Bing thing.
Use Googlers.
you just say this is a Bing thing?
Yeah, you didn't know Bing is for porn.
No, Bing is for nothing.
Bing is
Bing-
for nothing.
Bing is for porn.
Wait, so dockings I think is when someone puts their dick
Oh.
inside their dick.
Yeah.
Put a dick inside another dick.
Well, they put a dick inside a dick hole?
Yeah, you fuck somebody's dick hole.
You
Here
can
we
do
go.
that?
I don't know. Has
Yeah,
that ever
well-
happened? I don't know. I think so.
So yeah, I
I'm
have
gonna
the.
get-
So
This
there's
is a
apparently
Google thing.
no. This is apparently there's a Wikipedia on urethral sounding. So it's a medical use of probes called sounds to increase the inner diameter of the urethra
Hmm.
and to locate obstruction. So basically, yeah, like I said, they're taking metal poles and they're jamming it down your pee hole.
Dude, I would pretty much. I don't want to say anything, but there, pretty much anything else I would rather happen to me than anyone putting anything in my dick hole. Like that is the scariest fucking thought. Like when they test you when you get older or whatever by putting
Yeah.
something in your dick hole, that's never gonna fucking happen to me. I will never let that happen to me, no matter what. I don't care what they're testing for. There has to be a better way.
They'll put you out
Will they put you out for that?
because like at a certain
I'll fight
point,
back, dude. If it's
No,
gonna happen.
that's the point. Like they'll like you'll start fighting. You're gonna just rip it out. You're gonna do just massive damage. So I basically exclusively date nurses because I have some sort of weird fetish for them, I guess. And
She wear the nurse suit?
no, no, two of them have.
Oh, that's the
Two of
best.
them have.
I had
But it was
one.
like-
I had one wear a nurse
But
suit.
it wasn't like the sexy nurse suit. It was like after work scrubs. It was kind of nasty.
Oh no, I was thinking about the short little
Oh no.
with the hat, the little
No.
tiny hat thing.
I wish. Real nurses don't do that.
Yo, your girl dress up for you?
No, unfortunately.
Dude, you
Like-
gotta. She'll do it. Have you talked to her about it? They love doing it. Like I think chicks really like doing it. They're just a
Also-
little shy about asking, or like they don't want to. Chicks like
Oh.
doing shit like that. I'm convinced of it.
She's been hitting me up to get like buy her some lingerie. So maybe.
Yeah, dude, she wants to dress up for you, man.
Probably.
Holy fuck, dude, you gotta take advantage of that. I fucking love it. That's one of my favorite things. I don't know why, but it's like when a chick's wearing, stockings and like heels and shit, that's the best, man.
I definitely agree. It's
Oh,
just,
dude, you should push her to it. She wants to.
well, yeah, but lingerie is expensive, and
It
I
can.
want to buy. I know. It will happen sooner or later. One of these days, she's just gonna drag me to like some fucking lingerie store, and I'm just gonna be like, just take my credit card and fucking go wild. But
Well,
yeah,
don't fucking do that. Let's not be crazy. Holy shit.
black girls, man, they have expensive taste.
I know they do. All
But-
girls do.
Yeah, but yeah, no. So yeah, they used to tell me like one of the big things of one of your nursing exams, like when you're in university, is getting like basically doing that. I can't remember the exact name of what it's called, but yeah, pretty much feeding the tube in the dick hole, and to pass, you need to be able to do it right. And yeah, if they're also taught how to like restrain people who are struggling because, like I said, if you rip it out, you're gonna do colossal damage to your penis. No one wants that, but no one wants a tube in their junk either. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dick Riot says he had a friend who got a catheter removed incorrectly as a kid.
catheters, there we go. That's what they're called.
He could put cigarettes in his dick hole.
That's disgusting.
I guess that's a handy. That's a handy fucking thing to be able to do, I suppose.
If you're in prison, yeah.
Kyle, talk about the other would you rather, the half one that we have.
Oh, okay. The half one was
Kyle, stop reading that fucking comment. I know you're reading that fucking comment on r/comic
no.
books.
I was watching. There's a YouTube video about how ejaculation in women works.
Oh, did you
I was
find-
just surprised that there was like people having sex on YouTube. Yeah. So, 10-minute or every time you ejaculate, whether it be masturbation, sex, whatever, you have a 10-minute countdown. Essentially, I don't know whether it's should be like a real one or in your head, but you have 10 minutes. After that 10 minutes is up, your body will like split, like cells dividing, and you will split into a new body, like a new clone, and the other body will essentially just die, but the body will still be there. So you have to essentially take care of a dead body, which is you.
You have to dispose of the old body.
Yeah.
And then you're reborn. It's kind of beautiful, if you think about it. What would you do with the bodies, you think?
I don't know, what could you do with bodies?
Feed them to
Seems
pigs? I think you gotta feed them to pigs.
You guys
Yeah, I
are,
definitely got to move to like a country or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. You guys in the States, you guys have bodies all the time. Just fucking toss them out in the streets.
Yeah, I don't know if you can just toss them in the street. It's not that crazy in the United States. I don't know if we just have bodies lying in the streets. I think Staten Island people used to dump them in the fucking in the ocean or whatever the fuck. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of bodies floating around in Staten Island. I mean, you would try not to come a lot, obviously, if that was gonna happen to you, right?
Yeah, that'd be like the right swipe.
Yeah, you got a certain number that you don't want to. You just be really careful with them.
Could you just dump them in the ocean or like off a bridge or something like that? Make it like a suicide?
Do you think if the cops found you, okay, if you were caught disposing a dead you, like how would that be dealt with?
You're killing your twin. That's.
But you didn't have a twin. There's no record of a twin.
Yeah.
You think you would get arrested if you were throwing away your own?
Probably. They'd be like you're like some weird sick serial killer that's killing people, dressing them up exactly like you
With the same DNA.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. They wouldn't release that shit. They'd just be like, yeah, this sick fuck is killing these hobos, like surgically enhancing them to be exactly like him, and
then you're like, then you'd be like, all right, listen, I'm gonna show you something. I need you to jerk me off. I need you, like,
and literally that's when the black.
Can you do it yourself? No, it only works.
No, I can't do it myself. I'm handcuffed, and you guys are watching. I need someone to jerk me off.
And that's when the black government comes at you, and like, see, at that point, this is how I would do it. Like, if I was the government or whoever, right? I would jerk them off, kill them, like, so kill the original.
Wait.
use the dead body of like the first dead body, so like the one that's appears after you get jerked off, like stage a suicide with that, and like take the other guy off to like some lab.
Wait, I thought you killed the original. Who are you killing?
I'd kill. Well, you don't. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. You're not killing anybody.
Who are you jerking off, and who are you killing?
You're jerking off the original.
Yeah.
Like, the original.
Yeah.
Then like there's gonna be a dead body.
Yeah.
Which is like the dead one, right?
And come.
Yeah, exactly. So you stage a suicide, like a hanging or some shit.
What do you do with the cum?
Body.
Or the original.
What do you do with the cum?
Autoerotic asphyxiation. He jerked himself off.
And you just let him cum all over himself? He just comes all over his chest?
Yeah, and died. He was a freak. And then like you take the original, like some black site, and like I don't know what the fuck you do with them there. You
probe them and
yeah, basically you probe them and be like every now and again when you need like a body, you just jerk them off.
You just jerk them off and get another body.
Exactly.
That's a hell of a fucking plan.
The black government.
Yeah, it's starting to sound like it. Some fucking nefarious shit. Jerking everybody off, tossing bodies. Dude, it's a fucking.
Would you do it like? So you have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So you either have to get.
So there's 10 minutes where the government agent has cum all over his hand and he's just waiting, and you're like, it's gonna happen.
10 minutes.
Like, I know this looks bad. It's gonna happen. Okay. He's like, dude, like, I just jerked you off. Why is this taking so long? You're like, just chill, man. It'll happen.
Could you imagine
if you wanted to masturbate, you'd have to like drive out to the river, right, and masturbate. If you did it like in your house or at sex, and you'd have to like keep the bodies for a little and just do like mass runs.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you were in this situation, could you just go to a river, like jerk off, then push the body in the river, and like hope no one finds it for like a couple days, and at that point, like it's all like
would it even be?
I mean, you could also drive someone to the river, murder them, and push them in the river, and the same thing.
No, you should be floating in the river, jerking off, and then floating for 10 minutes, waiting for the body to come. It's like the most inconvenient way to fucking get off ever. But you're like, nah, I gotta jerk off in this river.
Do you think that would eventually just like you'd lose your urge?
Right. Like once
Well,
you're out there
you
swimming.
have to fucking like dispose of a body. I don't care how horny I am. I'm not.
I think you would just get like a furnace, and you would just jerk off in the basement near the furnace and just put the body in the furnace every night.
Yeah, but then people are gonna be asking like, why is there so much fucking like black smoke coming out of your furnace, and why does your body smell, or why does your house smell like burning bodies?
Why is there jizz all over your basement floor?
That one too. Well, actually, that one I feel like I have a sex dungeon.
Now, what if like the last
Don't
10
judge
minutes,
me.
like you're gonna die as well? Technically.
Right. Yeah, I guess I would be a little bit worried that I wouldn't split properly, or I used up too many of my splits, and I never came back.
Jerk off like 4 times in one day.
Right. I'm like, can't have
Nope.
many. I got like 6 bodies underneath me. I'm like,
But
I'm
your
gonna
next
jerk
one doesn't
off
come
one
back
more
with an
time,
arm.
and then I'm done. Fuck. Should we talk about books?
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
All right. Fuck. Let me open the list because there is a lot of books, and I'm gonna get fucking confused here.
Then we should point out Ryan skipped school days again.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'll make a promise to the cast that if Kyle gets an alien abductee for next week, I'll watch School Days for the show next week. Let's start with all new Hawkeye #1.
Okay, before we even start
Oh,
with bullshit,
oh, no, about that.
I just want to point out that Marvel is doing some weird ass bullshit right now. We're not even done normal Hawkeye, and we're on a whole new Hawkeye.
Yeah.
That's because that normal Hawkeye should have been done
it's
2 years ago.
Yeah, it's fucking it's fucking delayed to shit, but still, you think they could have just waited? Really?
No, because this is the same book. So
Is
that's
this
fine.
going to Is this going to end like when everything restarts or whatever? Or are they keeping some books? Do you know?
I have no idea how that's
No one does.
that's gonna work.
All right, so whatever. This is by Jeff Lemire. Art is by Ramon Perez. All right, so what we have here is Hawkeye and the other Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. So Clint Barton and Kate Bishop on a mission in AIM headquarters. They were sent there by SHIELD because AIM has some kind of secret like ultimate weapon shit. So they break into AIM headquarters to find the weapon. Eventually they get split up after they're trying to leave because they didn't think they found the weapon. Kate stumbles upon it, and yeah, so that's one part of the story. That's like the A story. And then the B story is a flashback to Hawkeye's childhood when him and his brother, I guess they were orphans, their parents died, and they get adopted by some dude, and he kind of beats on the kids and shit. So it shows their story, their origin story of them running away and eventually finding a carnival, which I guess is like, that must be Hawkeye's origin story. I don't think I really knew Hawkeye's origin story. I guess he was like a Dick Grayson type thing.
Yeah, he
like
was
a circus carny thing.
Yeah.
I thought I kind of really like this actually, but full disclosure, I'm a huge Clint Barton fan. I've always been like, Hawkeye's always been my favorite superhero, so I like him as a character. I thought this was a better Hawkeye than Fractions, and I know a lot of people are gonna get pissed off about that, but I thought this was more to the character. It was less goofy. I thought the jokes were maybe a little bit better, and I really liked his interaction with Kate. And I think Fraction nailed that shit too. Like, I'm not saying Lemire did that and no one's ever done it before. He definitely took that from Fraction's run, but I love seeing him and Kate Bishop's interaction and kind of the weird tension between them where he's sort of her mentor, and at the same time there is some kind of romantic connection, even though it's not always directly discussed. And I thought the ending was fucking awesome. Like when they she finds the kids that are like fucked up or like mutated and stuff, and that's the weapon that they were talking about. I think that was fucking brutal. I like this a lot.
I pretty much agree. Like, there's nothing offensive about this book. It's actually pretty good. I think the reason why I think I like the other Hawkeye though, Fractions Hawkeye, is because at the time, anyways, it was the ultimate answer to like, what do the Avengers do when they're not being Avengers?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just so different from everything that we were getting. Whereas this is more like Hawkeye as a superhero. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, the other one really humanized him. I mean, it showed
Yeah.
him. It was like street level Hawkeye.
But you could have taken Hawkeye and like replaced him. Ironic. Okay, well, they actually kind of did it already. Like you could have taken Hawkeye and replaced him with Spider-Woman, and you could have had the exact same book. You know, you could have taken or Luke Cage. You could have taken any street level hero and just put them in that position. But like with Hawkeye, it was kind of interesting because it gave you a certain perspective because Hawkeye's a slacker and everything.
Yeah.
But I think in this case, this is actually Hawkeye's story that we're talking about right now. Like, you can't really take in any other character and submit and tell the same book. It wouldn't work.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, like to what you said too, they're talking a little bit about the hearing issue. Like they barely touched on it. I don't know if it's going to be a big thing, but they did sort of mention it twice to parallel it to the past. Kyle, you are sort of down the middle on this a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the current day stuff just didn't feel like a huge departure from Fractions. I mean, I don't know how far you read, Ryan, but a lot of the last part of Hawkeye has been Kate and Clint's like relationship.
I fell off, dude, because I thought it got really repetitive. Fractions run. Like a lot of it was kind of the same, so I kind of lost interest in it.
I mean, to your point, which later in the run, Kate gets her own issues. Like the two of them split up. She goes to, I believe, California.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so she gets her own issues, which I actually enjoyed those more than the Hawkeye ones. But so like that, it just didn't feel like too big a departure. I mean, even like the Splody arrow, that humor.
Yeah. Even the art is really similar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, but then like the versatility to have, you know, those flashbacks and kind of in a different style.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from Perez was great.
You know what really bothered me about the Fraction Hawkeye and why I lost interest in it eventually is like the delays really killed me on the book. Like if I get a book that doesn't come out for a couple weeks past its due date, like there's a pretty good chance I'll lose interest and it'll be sitting on my stack and I'll just be reading something more.
They even got to the point where they put an issue out. I can't remember then. It was essentially, I don't remember the exact number, so this isn't what it is. But they put out like an issue 15 before 13 was out, and that's not the exact number, but it was something. Was
it the issue with Pizza Dog?
It might have been. It was because they were using different artists, obviously, and Aja takes a little longer. But yeah, it was something like that where the delay was so long that they had to put out the next issue. And they didn't even change the numbering, so like I mean stuff like that kills it. I mean we see that with trying to think books like even East to West, sometimes Saga for me. Like
yeah, we see that with a lot of books for sure. But yeah, I mean
it's good.
Yeah, it's good. I mean it would be hard to I think it would be hard to dislike this book. You know, it's really easy to be like it's pretty good. You know, it's whatever. But I think it'd be hard to hate it.
I mean, the test is like, because you're picking it up next week, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Or next.
Yeah, I'll pick up the next issue for sure.
Yeah, I guess I am, but I wasn't like blown away. It was good. Like if you tell me it's good, I'll go and get it. But like, I don't think.
Yeah. No, I think it's a solid issue. Like it left me wanting more, but at the same point, it wasn't like blowing my mind or setting the world on fire.
Yo, speaking of fucking blowing my mind, I don't know why, but I've thought about Black Mask like every day since we fucking read it. I don't know why. I think about that book fucking constantly. Black Hood? Black Hood, is that what it was?
Oh, right.
Yeah, yo, I've thought about that shit so fucking much. That book really fucking had an impact on me. I don't know why. I'm so stoked for the next issue. Like, I've been thinking about just the way that he handled that character and how far down he tore the character down. Like, I don't know, man. Like, the dude is sitting at the fucking table in front of him with just like a candy bowl full of fucking pills. Like, that shit is so fucking brutal. Like, it's so low. It's such like a low point for that character. Like, I don't know, man. I've been thinking about it fucking all the time. Anyways, Descender #1, also by Jeff Lemire, art by Dustin Gwynn. I think it's pronounced.
Or Nugent. It's one of those. Yeah.
I think it's Gwyn.
I think it's Gwen. Yeah.
All right. So, Descender. Descender is a book. It's a sci-fi book. Takes place in space. it's like so this future where there's these 9 planets and they make up this galactic fucking union of planets, and the story starts on the main planet, which is where the headquarters of the entire fucking galactic union, like wherever it takes place. All of the planets are simultaneously, I guess, I don't want to say attacked, but visited by these giant fucking robots. So our main character is this doctor that's woken up, and he's called to the fucking ship, the headquarters or whatever, to see this robot. And he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. They see the robot, and he, I guess he's like the guy that invented, or he perfected creation of robots, like sentient robots that could help humanity. I guess he's like one of the founding fathers of them, so that's why they called him to go to check out this fucking giant robot that mysteriously appeared at the planet. There's 9 of them. They appear at all the planets. So they're looking at it, and it opens its eyes and fucking blasts this like fucking Cyclops fucking beam at the ship. And apparently these robots killed a ton of people. I think in some planets they basically eradicated the entire fucking like race, whatever's on the planet. So like humanity is now in this state of there's so few humans left, and those robots left eventually. Like, what were they called again? Do you guys remember what they named the Harvester or something like that?
No.
The robots? I think they're called Harvesters. So that's the main story. 10 years later, on this tiny colonized, like it's like a mining fucking town, this kid wakes up. We later find out that the kid he's AI, he's like artificial intelligence, he's like a cyborg or whatever. He wakes up and he realizes everybody in the mining colony is dead. He's been asleep for 10 years. He connects to the main database to try to find out what happened, and then we cut back to the main planet where we have the doctor. He survived the attack. They come back to him. He's kind of like a shell of the man he was, I guess. Like he's drinking, he's gambling and shit like that, but they're like, yo, we need your help. You know that old story. They're like, oh, we need your help because you know more about these robots than anyone else. And they found out that the DNA of the giant robots, the harvesters that came to attack the planets, have the same DNA as this model robot that he made, which is the kid that lives on this one planet. And the kid is the last model of that robot. So they're basically going to go get the kid to try to connect him to the harvesters and figure out what they were and why they came and if they're ever going to come back. I guess that's the summary, right? Pretty much. Did I miss anything else?
Yeah, I mean, it is just the end, but it's not like...
Yeah, the end.
After the kid.
Yeah, the end. There's. I guess a lot of people have been waiting for a ping from this type of cyborg, and when the kid connected to the database, like I guess that sort of caught the attention of a lot of people, and some people are bad and they show up and they want to take the kid. I fucking love this dude. I thought it was really fucking smart, and I don't know, man. I was kind of like fucking captured by this story quite a bit, and I love the world that they set up. The art is fucking amazing. I just love the idea of this kid is like the lone survivor of this giant fucking... Oh shit! When the fucking harvesters came, they killed all the humans. The humans blamed the robots, like they're robots. So they started this giant fucking genocide to kill all the robots. That's why the kid is really like the last of the fucking cyborgs. So that shit's kind of interesting too. But I thought this was a fucking awesome story.
Yeah, I really liked it. I think up until the boy part, I was like kind of lukewarm on it. But then that, and I don't know, it had like a... I don't know if either of you guys watched like Astro Boy or read Astro Boy.
No.
I read a little bit of it.
I mean, it had that like feel to me. Like there's the guy who creates AI in a essentially boy, and like uses him for good and all that stuff. Like almost like Mega Man type situation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, the story felt big. It didn't feel like heavy-handed Lemire to me, which was good. Like
I don't even think you could tell it was Jeff Lemire.
Yeah, so like
if you didn't know.
It didn't feel like that. I'm not saying this like in a bad way. It didn't feel like really introspective. It didn't feel like nuanced in the way like where he kind of does a lot of like self-discovery stories, which it might be with the robot, but like it felt more just like this was like straight up sci-fi, and the fucking harvesters were amazing.
I thought it felt like a fucking anime, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, yeah, Astro Boy's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it felt kind of like you said, it felt kind of big. Like I think it could be fucking huge. Like I think there could be a lot of story here. Like especially, well, you know, everyone wants the kid, so it's a rescue story about rescuing the kid. But then it's also about now if he gets the kid, who's basically like his creation, essentially. Like you know, he had a hand in creating the kid. The government's not going to be fucking kind to this fucking cyborg kid, and he might feel like he's the father almost, and he needs to protect the kid from the government. Like there could be like a really cool story there where him and the kid are sort of on their own trying to stay away from the government and all these bounty hunters or whatever that want them. Like there could be a lot of story here. I don't know. I think it's fucking super interesting.
So
Let me ask
limited.
you-
Is it a limited?
Yeah, I think it's.
I don't know.
What is it?
It just says
I-
number 1 on
I
mine.
think it's 8.
No.
Sure.
What is it? Let me ask you this: did Brent used to like the like books like this back
Yeah,
in the day?
I think
Yeah,
Brent would
Brent
like this shit for
Really?
sure. Yeah.
Okay, because like for me, I think it was this book and one of the other books we're going to talk about that I realized that I don't like reading hard sci-fi as single issues. I prefer it in trade, like collected,
Yeah.
because so the first half of this book I could care less. Well, it was interesting.
Oh, a
And then
giant
like-
robot. Brent
Well,
loves giant robots. Like, there's two things
when it
Brent
got to the
loves.
giant robot, yeah.
Giant robots and dragons. Those are the two things Brent's always fucking loved.
No, when it got to the giant robot, I was pretty happy. But then, like, so like I'm just saying, like the first couple pages before everybody got like annihilated by the I-beam,
Hmm.
didn't really give a shit. And then the stuff with the kid, I was kind of confused. But then I went back and read it again, and I understood it. But the page that really got me and what wanted me, like what I wanted more of, was when they showed the bounty hunters. I don't know why, but something about that, just like
Oh, the character design is fucking brilliant
Yeah.
on the bounty hunters. Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
fucking sick.
I honestly like my ideal book for this, and I know it's not going to be this, is just that kid running away from those bounty hunters as they like hunt him down in the space station, and he's by himself, and then like there's another B story with like his creator and all that trying to get to him.
That's
Then
what's
was
going to
the-
happen,
Do
Account.
you think so?
Yeah, of course.
No,
Then I'm fucking on board for this. And like I said, the thing that sold me was that last page.
Yeah. No, totally. I mean,
I think it's a little slow. Like if you're not into hard sci-fi like me, it's a little bit slow. But then if they can ramp it up a little bit, it's gonna be pretty good.
it has a really, like, well, obviously the artist is Asian, right? I would say with that last name. It has like a
Well,
real Asian look to it.
I
So
think
that,
he's-
I mean,
Vietnamese. Oh well, he's probably Vietnamese descent. Yeah,
he did that little
Listen,
Gotham book. as
that
well.
feels Asian to me. Vietnamese? That's
Yeah,
Asian.
Asian, but yeah,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I think he might be like Asian, like
Asian American.
Nakem's
Say-
Pacific
Black.
Islander? Oh, he's Asian like Nakem's Black, like Canadian
Yeah.
Asian? Alright, I got you. You guys want to talk about Big Man Plans #1? Eric Powell and Tim
yes, I
Weiss?
do.
It's weird that Eric Powell got top billing on this. Like, he's the artist, right? Did he write this? He
he's
didn't write
writer
that.
and artist.
Oh, he's writer and artist?
Yeah.
What is Tim Weiss?
I think they think they wrote it together. But
Oh,
I think
alright.
he
Because at the end, he's like, I was so lucky to get an artist like this. I spent the last few years working on the script, blah, 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 and I just reread it and actually comic. Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like he was a writer, and then Powell was the artist only, but maybe not.
written by Eric Powell and Tim Weiss, art by Eric Powell.
There you go. This is a story of a dwarf growing up, being ostracized and picked on his entire life for being a dwarf, for being different than everybody else. Eventually, he tries to join the army. They won't take him because he's a dwarf. Is that fine? Dwarf? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's weird.
He gets recruited to join this fucking Black Ops, where essentially he's in Vietnam, and they have these tunnels that the Viet Cong are in, and he's small enough to get inside the tunnels when none of the other soldiers can. So he goes down the tunnels and basically fucking just murders everything he finds in these tunnels. This makes him pretty fucking hard. He comes back to America after the war. He's a fucking hardened fucking dwarf dude. We see him fucking some chick, and then when her fucking boyfriend comes, he beats the shit out of him with a tire iron naked. Gets sent to with his dick fucking hanging out.
Let's be clear here. He's not naked. He's Daffy Ducking it. He has a shirt on and
right,
no fucking pants.
Right, absolutely. You're right. My correction on that. He gets sent to jail for that shit, but then they fucking toss him out because he's a dwarf and he can't defend himself, they say, in jail. So he comes back, and I don't know what the fuck he's planning on doing, but it's pretty much killing everybody, right? Like, what the fuck is... What is the end of the book? Like, who's his target? I don't understand.
Who cares? This book is fucking awesome.
He just wants to kill shit. He's just a fucking dwarf that's a badass dude that wants to kill everybody. It's fucking brutal. It's fun. It's like an exploitation type. If you like, you know how they made those exploitation movies? Like, this is a dwarf exploitation type thing. It's pretty fucking awesome. I don't know, man. I liked it.
This is book of the week. This is book of the month. It's
okay, no, Nakam.
Whoa.
No,
what the fuck, dude? It's better than Spider-Gwen?
Yes.
Oh shit.
This is my punk rock Jesus. This is my punk rock Jesus of 2015. I'm going to buy I'm going to buy all the floppies. In fact, I went and bought the floppy as soon as I read the preview. I'm going to buy a trade. I'm going to see if they put out a hard copy. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy this as many fucking times as I can.
What captured you so much about Big Man Plans?
I think it's because you never see like a dwarf character. Like, you never see a character like this who's just fucking out of his mind.
Has there ever been a call for this sort of thing?
No, but like this is what I want apparently. Like,
apparently.
Like okay, so there's the page where he's let me explain one thing. First of all, like, Vietnam is like, Brent likes giant robots. I like Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah. So like,
wish you guys helped us out a little bit there.
Yeah.
Got us out of the shit a little.
Yeah, but like,
sore topic for us, Nakam.
Right? Yeah, we're Americans, you know.
We didn't do so well.
Yeah, we weren't. We're not too big of a fan of the Vietnam War.
That's actually why it's so fascinating, because fucking America lost.
We kind of fucking left.
You took your ball and went home.
We took our...
Yeah, when you realized that...
The only way to win is not to play the game.
Yeah, when shit was going bad, you guys were just like, fuck it, we're out. But regardless, that's why Vietnam is such a fascinating war. Like, it's such a fascinating time to me, and that's why I like reading about it so much and all that. But, like, so there's this page where you see him, and he's, like, walking into, like, the tunnel, and he has, like, the face paint on and all that shit. And then the next page is him, and he's describing, like... he's describing how he has, like, this gun that's shooting fucking shotgun shells, and he's stabbing a guy through the mouth. And he's, like, talking about how, like, he leaves the last guy alive so he can basically go tell all his friends about, like, this little death. And then, the Vietnamese guy goes off to, like, and, like, you see a flash forward, he tells his kid about how if he doesn't go to sleep right away, little death is gonna come get him. Like, he transcends into, like,
legend.
He becomes a legend. He's a fucking nightmare. And the next page after that is him beating up this guy who's about to fucking beat him with a tire iron, half naked. He punches him in the dick.
Yeah.
It's so hard the guy throws up. He beats him with this is fucking insane. He stabs a skinhead with a fucking fork. Like, he has this line where he's like, hold on, let me see if I can find it. As he whispers in my ear, I feel the fork in my hands, and I find it funny they give us a plastic utensil. It's safer than giving us metal, you know? And then, like, it's a picture of him, like, snapping the plastic to a jagged edge and jam it in the skinheads. Like, this is fucking insane. This is amazing.
Book of the year.
I want
This is your preacher.
Yes. Well, yeah, it'd be my punk rock Jesus, but yes. No, this is fucking, oh my god.
This is your punk rock Jesus, which is Brent's preacher.
Okay, yeah. But
Kyle, what do you think of Big Man Plans? Nakam, relax. Holy shit.
I liked it. I feel like I liked it for what it was. Same, like, I enjoyed the kind of, like, B-movie nature of it.
Yeah, totally.
I enjoyed, like, the evolution of the character, like you said. like him in the tunnel. He's like, normally if they saw me above ground, like they just fucking run at me, but like under here. But like, I mean, outside of that, like I don't really know where the fucking story's going.
Yeah, I didn't think the ending really told me what the fuck his actual lore was.
I didn't know if that was his sister. I thought it was his sister.
I thought it was his mom, but
the old lady.
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah, because his mom left him, right?
Huh, I didn't catch that.
I think it's one of the two because she asked, "Is that you?" But I don't know.
Yeah, when his dad dies, or before his dad dies, it's basically talking about how his mom was like this big gossip around town and all that shit, and she wanted to like stay prim and proper to all the other ladies in town, but you know you can't really do that when you have a dwarf son. So she up and leaves, and then that causes his dad to drink, and like his dad has an accident that kills him, and yeah,
that's definitely his mom. And he's gonna kill her with the fucking with the hammer.
Fuck yes, he is, and it's gonna be amazing.
Okay, I understand the ending now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
I like it. It's not. I mean, it's just
no, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I didn't fucking think it was book of the week, but
this is fucking book of the goddamn universe.
Jesus Christ! All right, that's Big Man Plans.
Wait, isn't it kind of a dwarf?
I don't know, man. I'm starting to wonder. Holy shit!
If I could be half this tough, to fucking like I said to fucking punch a guy in the dick while Daffy ducking it. Oh.
I Daffy Duck on the regular. I don't punch him with dicks though. But...
With your dick hanging out?
Yeah.
Well, you Daffy Duck with your dick hanging out?
Well,
Kyle?
that's what...
What do you mean walk around, like have sex like that and then walk around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just a t-shirt.
I don't take my t-shirt off. I got shit to do.
Wait, we already knew this, right? We talked about this a long time ago.
We have, yes.
Holy shit. I still can't believe that.
There's that page where he's going down on that black chick with the
Nakem! Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
I cannot, like, anybody who's listening to this, fucking pick this book up. Fuck everything else we're talking about. Fuck Spider-Gwen. I will go back.
Intern Ryan, mute him. Can you do that?
Can we get a mute? Please? Alright, let's talk about a book. This is going to be a really quick one, I think, because I thought it was fucking garbage. Con Job, #1. What is it called? The Big Con Job or some shit like that?
Yeah,
that's what it was, right? Garbage.
It was a bunch of fucking, like, it's a bunch of old TV stars that are going to conventions to make money. That's the only way they make money. And eventually at the end of the book, which we all knew at the beginning of the fucking book, but it took about 8 years to get there, they have decided they're going to fucking run a fucking con on San Diego Comic-Con. They're going to, like, steal some fucking money from whoever runs San Diego Comic-Con or some shit.
Can I ask the obvious question in all this, because we're not doing a review. We're not going to do a summary on it.
Yeah.
What money does San Diego Comic-Con actually have?
I don't fucking know, dude. This read to me like, all right, I don't, whatever. Maybe some people enjoy this. I'm not sure who the fuck would like it, but maybe somebody would. This sort of read to me like in sort of insiders sort of look at conventions and sort of how they feel that they're not getting paid enough. Like, didn't it kind of feel like there was a little bitterness in here that was like, hey, it sucks, man, going to conventions, signing autographs, getting pictures taken, like not making any money, like it blows. Yeah. Didn't it feel like it was kind of like a complaint about
the writer clearly has a problem with conventions?
Yeah, dude, I think so too.
Like Jimmy Palmiotti, right?
Yeah, it's Jimmy Palmiotti.
Like the beginning where he's basically like, there's that one neckbeard dude, like that one neckbeard character who asks like, how do you feel about doing all those B movies where you had to pose naked? Mm-hmm. And follow-up question: if I had some of those naked pictures, would you be willing to sign them?
Yeah.
Like, he's clearly just being like, this is you fucks and your disgusting questions, and I hate every single, like, this is what you sound like. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, it felt really fucking like grumpy and like, yeah, dude, I don't know, man. This was
I will say this though, when that guy died, like when he committed suicide, well, when he couldn't pay for his groceries and then like he had to rescue his cat and then he had to commit suicide, like he committed suicide, I actually felt I felt bad.
Yeah, but I mean, God.
I know the rest of the book was garbage, but
I mean, I'm like, at the end of the day, I see this shit and I'm like, okay, these are old actors that can no longer get roles, and now they don't have any money because they refuse to get an actual fucking job. Like, I cannot feel bad for the characters in this book when I'm like, why don't you get a fucking job? Like, you can't, if you're not making any money with no roles, then get a fucking job.
but their job is acting. Like at a certain point, you have to imagine they put a certain amount of like time and effort into that,
Yeah,
and
I
then
guess,
they can't.
but it's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
then you get a job.
just get a fucking job, man.
Ryan, who was the person at Comic-Con that we were gonna go up to each year for the autograph and do the step back? I was just thinking about that. I don't remember who it was.
What were we gonna do?
Remember the step back?
Oh yeah.
We keep walking back.
Yeah, me and Kyle sort of talked about this when, like, you know how people will charge you for an autograph? They're like, all right, if you want an autograph, it's $20. If you want a headshot with an autograph, it's $40. You know, that kind of shit at the Comic-Con, like, whatever. Me and Kyle were going to find one guy that doesn't have a line at all, and we're going to go up and try to haggle the price of the fucking autographs, and we'd be like, all right, we're going to do, we'll give you $5 for the autograph, and he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. So we'd step back one step, and we'd be like, all right, it's $4 now, and, like, keep fucking threatening him to pay less and less. We were talking about that shit all the time. All right, I remember that. I don't remember who it was, though. It's still a fucking brilliant idea, just to do that shit. Dude,
yeah,
this book
then
fucking...
expounded to just going back every year, and that guy being like, fuck no, get out of
Yeah,
here.
get the fuck
Like,
out
I'm
of
already
here.
stepping back.
Yo, this book was fucking garbage, man.
I didn't even know we were reading it. I opened up like the first 2 pages and I
You
saw how
made
much
this
words.
fucking list, dude.
You made it. Oh, did I put that on it?
I definitely did not put that shit on this list because I made part of the list, but
So you
not
get
all
for
of
not
it.
watching School Days.
Yeah, I guess so. I feel like this has been happening every fucking week, though. It's like you make the list and then don't read all the fucking books.
I read Black Cross.
Halogen, Black Cross. What's that? Did I read
It's
that?
that Warren Ellis one.
So did I.
I loved it.
I felt like I was missing something because I didn't read Project Superpowers.
Well, I don't think you were supposed to. I think there was just...
You felt like you knew everything. Like I
Yeah,
mean,
but
you
think
felt like the
there was a
mystery is
mystery
like,
to it.
yeah. But when I feel like, and listen, I thought it was fucking good, but having like me knowing that I didn't read the Project Superpowers shit that it spun out of, I was wondering, is this mystery because it's a mystery, or is it mystery because I'm missing something? Like I didn't know, you know? Like I don't really fucking know. Like when I see the characters and I'm like, am I supposed to know who he is? Am I not supposed to know what he is? So I felt like I was missing something. Maybe I wasn't missing anything, but I thought it was good. I don't know. It's one of those ones where it was like Blue Rose to me, like where I felt like I was like, I don't feel like I have the whole picture here. But that might just be the way of the book. I thought it was alright though. I wrote about it on our subreddit a little bit.
Yeah, so that's the reason I mentioned it.
Let's talk about Halogen, number 1. This is from Boom Studios, Archaea imprint.
Josh Tierney, Afu Chan, and
Shelley Chen does the colors.
Giannis is credited, but he's only character design, stuff like that. He's just
the fucking
he didn't do anything on the book.
The how do I say it? I guess the robot characters, they sort of have like a Giannis feel to them, right? Like especially the mask that they're wearing and stuff.
I think because all 3 of them are friends, so I think it's the he did a lot of the character design.
You know, I read this shit in PDF, so I just skipped the fucking cover and shit. I didn't notice Giannis was on it, but as I was reading it, I had a Giannis feel to it. So that's kind of, I mean, that's, I guess maybe coincidental.
I tried to get the Giannis cover, but I couldn't get it anywhere.
No, I fucking love the art in here. Like, I thought it was fucking amazing. Yeah, dude, you didn't like this?
Nah.
Oh, shit, dude.
I didn't like really anything about this book.
What? What about the fucking, you didn't like the Metal Gear Solid robot type chicks?
Let me rephrase it. I was about to say, I liked everything. I didn't really like it. I wasn't feeling it until about the end, and then like the Metal Gear Solid type chicks popped out, and I was like,
There's
okay.
a dead god in the beginning where people are trying to find the body of the dead god.
The giant dead god's so fucking awesome, dude.
It's like everything centers around
the first page.
Hard sci-fi is not for me.
That's true, man. Yeah, that's fair.
All at once.
This
is like as hard as it gets.
This is as hard as it gets. Yeah.
The more I read, the more sci-fi I read, especially because of this cast now, the more I start realizing this is the truth. So take my opinion with a grain of salt. With all I'm saying.
Which is weird to me because you like fucking anime so much.
Like the anime so much.
Yeah, but you don't like.
You like body pillows so much.
Yeah, but do you watch like, Gundam and
see that's
like
the
Cowboy Bebop and all that stuff?
Well, see, that's the thing, right? Like, mech anime used to be my favorite. Like, it used to be my favorite subgenre. In fact, the only anime I'm really watching right now is mech anime. But mech anime, in the sense of what hard sci-fi is, mech anime is not. Like, they are very, very different. Certain Gundam series were, but a lot of the times it's really just a space opera. Like, I like sci-fi. I just don't like when it just gets super hard sci-fi. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's what this is. This is our main character is. So Kyle, what is she trying to? She's trying to find pieces of the body. Or
yeah,
a lot of people want this. They found the body of this god floating in space, and a lot of organizations want the body for whatever reason, to make advanced weapons or advanced technology and shit like that. She works for like a small I don't know, like a mercenary type operation or whatever, and they want to get to the body before the big government agencies get to it. So it's sort of her racing them to get pieces of the body, and they know she's doing it, and they have sort of like sent people after her, and the people they send after her are these sort of like, if you've ever played Metal Gear Solid, think like Raiden, like that kind of like half fucking mech human type thing that's like running down. It's really fucking heavily influenced by, you know, that sort of Japanese fucking like I would say like Metal Gear type shit. I mean, it looks like Giannis type shit to me.
Yeah, because I mean, even like there's no like central like government type thing. Like essentially, it's all these rivaling like corporations or groups trying to get this dead body, and then you have shit like the robot. You have Rel, who's the main character. She has that halo, which is essentially like her like holographic ability.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she can create like these fucking hard image or sort of like holographs. That she uses it in one part where this fucking cyborg that's after her is looking for this head that's in a bag that has some information in it, and she grabs it and realizes it's a hologram. The other chick has it, like she projected the hologram of it. I don't know, it's cool. They kind of use it sort of like Phantom X sort of uses as illusions to just kind of like trick people with it. I fucking love this. I don't know, it's confusing, and I think it's supposed to be, it's like fucking Nakem said, like super fucking high concept sci-fi type shit. And if it's done well, I can totally get into it. And I think they nailed it in this. There's a lot of really interesting characters, and the designs are fucking amazing. And there's definitely a lot of Giannis influence here. And I think that dude's never done anything bad in his life. So
I think it, like I said with all my other books, or all the other sci-fi books, hard sci-fi anyways, read better and trade.
Yeah, for sure. And this is only 4 issues, so you could probably trade with it. And Archaea makes some fucking amazing trades.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's kind of where, because this whole team as well is like, they do all that Sparrow books. I don't know if you read those, Ryan. I showed them to you one time.
Yeah, I know of them. Yeah.
But so like they're under the same kind of like style as Giannis, and they're obviously all friends. And so like this had like that Old City Blues feel where, and I know going forward this is how this book's going to be. So I talked to the guy. So like these little short arcs, and then inhabiting like the bigger world, and that's like why Old City Blues is so awesome. It's like you can pick up like a book of Old City Blues, and it's like just, you know, a sci-fi like space cop mystery with like fucking mechs and shit. And it's just like about the world, and then like the next issue or the next arc will have a lot of the same stuff, and it might tie together, but like it's more just about like awesome sci-fi and the characters, and like this crazy world. And that's how this felt.
That's cool, like being able to read like 4 issues and feel like you got a complete story, and then you can read the next 4 and feel the same way. Let's do Princess Leia #1 by Wade and Terry Dodson.
We have to.
Unfortunately, we have decided to. Jesus Christ. This was pretty fucking garbage, in my opinion. So we have Leia. After the destruction of the Death Star, right at the end of the movie when she's pinning the fucking medals on Luke and Han and Chewbacca. I don't know if Chewbacca got a medal. Did he get a medal? Yeah, he did, I think.
Yeah, he got a medal.
He deserved one, damn it. So she is addressing the crowd, talking about the destruction of Alderaan, and I guess people thought she was a little disingenuous, that she's not doing anything more about it, or she doesn't seem that distraught about it. So she takes that sort of as an insult and decides to take matters into her own hands against the wishes of whoever's the fucking leader of the Rebel Alliance. So she takes a ship and a pilot, and they decide to go off on their own and rescue all the survivors of Alderaan. Which kind of seems kind of weird, because if they survived, they were probably off planet, which means that they're probably fine. That they're probably, living their own lives somewhere else. But that's what this is. I don't know. It's super heavy-handed. It's a story that I don't think needed to be told.
It's a story. Okay, here's the problem. Well, this has always been the problem with Star Wars and prequels, in general. We know that Leia is going to survive, and we know that her friend is going to either die or be completely inconsequential. There's no stakes. Leia has to come back for Empire. The other character is just some other person that came in. What the fuck? Who cares?
Yeah.
Does this need to exist, really?
I guess you could say that about all of them, but I felt like the other books, Star Wars and Darth Vader is a more interesting character. That's why that book works. Is Darth Vader is sort of a mysterious character in episodes, 4, 5, and 6. We don't get we get information about Darth Vader in 4, 5, and 6, but you never really know the man's his day-to-day shit. That's why it's kind of cool seeing Darth Vader in a book, because they get to really explore him as a character. And if you've just seen the movies, maybe you don't have that information. Mm-hmm. And Darth Vader's such a fucking ruthless character that it's interesting to see him do ruthless shit and see how fucking dark he can get, So that's why that book is interesting. Star Wars is interesting because you get to see the whole team, and each member of the team has their own fucking character traits and their own flaws and their own personalities, and seeing them interact is fun for, Star Wars fans. I don't think Leia is that three-dimensional of a character. She has her own fucking, she's interesting, she's cool and shit, but a book just based on Leia is you can only do so much with it. There's really not that much you can do. And the other books have they have Boba Fett made an appearance, and we're seeing the Emperor and shit like that. This is kind of her on her own with this new character that no one gives a shit with. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I don't really give a shit about this book at all.
You know what would have been an better book, realistically?
Jar Jar's not going to be in this.
Yeah, wait, just give it a second.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, but I think what would have been a better book is if we had seen fuck all this, oh, she's so callous and all this. Whatever. I had no idea where that was coming from. That's manufactured. If they had just set it on her day to day, while they were on Hoth, so a prequel to Empire, but it's her building up the Hoth station. I'd like to read that story.
Her interacting with the fucking soldiers?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Not even interacting, but
just her with Akbar book. I like that scene.
Yeah.
Her and Admiral Akbar?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dude didn't give a fuck.
I think that seeing her in a commanding role while she's maybe even just do her fighting the fucking galactic forces, or fighting, not necessarily fighting, but like being commander in the army.
Well, that's what seems weird. I wonder why there's this mandate to have everything in between New Hope and Empire.
I think they're gonna.
I'd be all for
they don't want anything in the expanded universe.
I'm saying Empire to Return of the Jedi, like Leia has a bigger character arc. Like, I mean, making the infiltration into Jabba, like that whole I'd like to see the whole fucking plan, like shit like that is stuff you could like expound upon. Like, so her traveling to Naboo, like, doesn't seem as interesting.
Yeah,
I would even be fine like with just like a book about a fucking like female X-wing fighter. Like, I feel like that'd even be better than.
Yo, I'll tell you a book right now that you could fucking print money if you made this book. Boba Fett book. Just Boba Fett.
That's down the road. There's no way.
Out there doing fucking bounty hunter shit. Just have him going out on bounty hunter fucking missions. Dude, you could just fucking start printing money if you made a book like that.
Well, they're making a Boba Fett movie, so until the movie details are announced, they're not going to let them touch Boba Fett probably. Like,
Boba Fett movie? Who told you that?
They're doing a Boba Fett movie.
Just Boba Fett?
Yeah, just Boba Fett.
So
Why?
Their whole plan is
Who said
they want
that
a
they could
Star
do
Wars
that?
movie every 2 years or every year.
Yeah. So they're spinning off a whole bunch of characters, and this was announced like the second they bought the property.
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
Well, Ryan doesn't check movie news. We should know.
I never heard
Ryan
of
doesn't
that.
like to be spoiled.
That seems ridiculous. Is it an animated movie or live action?
No, it's
Live action.
So Marvel's gonna do superhero movies, and then they're gonna do fucking.
Well, Disney's doing. I don't know which brand they're putting them under. Like, I don't know if it's Disney. I don't know if they're retaining the LucasArts, but I know Marvel isn't putting their actual name on the.
This is why we need a revolution. This is why the middle class needs to rise up, is because shit like that is happening. Like, that seems like a terrible fucking idea. Maybe. No, maybe it seems awesome. But we still need to rise up, I think.
So you're saying the point of the revolution is because they made a Boba Fett movie?
Well, because they're going to make so much money off this shit that I feel like we should take some of it.
They're gonna make so much money until they fuck one up, and then people are gonna be like super wary about it.
Wait, do we have another book?
Yeah, we got Neverboy.
That'd be a good segue
To what?
to our donation thing.
Oh, shit. All right, let's say this. Listen, everybody that listens to the show, all right? We have finally sold out completely. Kyle and I have set up a donation page, all right? If you want to. You do not have to. Please don't fucking do it if you have no interest in doing it. Even if you're not sure about it, don't fucking do it. If you want to help us out, we have a donation page that's set up. The money will go to the show. We're going to spend it probably to pay off the website and then maybe to get better equipment. Listen, if you want to do it, we have it set up. Just go to twitch.tv/thedeathofcomics. If you scroll down that page, all the information's right there. You know, if you have extra money or you feel like you want to give us money, that's the way to do it.
We also have the Amazon affiliates.
Yeah, I'm gonna link that somewhere. Don't get too crazy on that. I'm gonna link that somewhere. I don't have it linked yet. We don't have it set up.
So the idea is that
we didn't get approved with it yet. We didn't get approved yet, so that's still in the works.
But the idea, if we do that, is all that is if you buy something on Amazon, you buy it through our link, and like it just goes to.
They just kick us back some money. Like, it doesn't cost you any extra.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's just your normal Amazon purchase. It's just like that. We had sent you there.
We're gonna try. Like, listen, if we ever get any money, I don't expect to get any money. This show is always gonna be fucking free. It's always gonna come out every week. It doesn't matter if we get any money or not. But if we do get money, we're gonna try to spend it on making the show better. Which means
get some Lindy's in here.
Get some Lindas in here. You know, buy better equipment, go to conventions, kick Nakem off, like all the shit that'll make the show a lot better. We're gonna fucking start spending the money on.
I'm hurt.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Nakem.
I'm a seat filler until like somebody can do it better than me that you can pay.
Yeah, so we can get somebody to pay and get rid of Nakem. We're gonna hire somebody. Maybe we could pay intern Ryan a little bit of money. Like, if we get any money. But yeah, if you want to do it, then that's where to do it. Twitch.tv/thedeathcomics. It's scroll down, it's on there, there's a link, and you know, whatever. Alright,
okay, yeah, go ahead.
Fuck it. No more whoring out for money until next week. Let's talk about Neverboy #1 from Dark Horse. I don't have it open. Do you guys have the credits for that?
Sean, Simon, and Tyler Jenkins.
So, Neverboy is the story of an imaginary friend. The kid who he was the imagination of, dies, and he finds out that he can stay on Earth, living sort of like in between imagination and reality, if he is always drugged up, if he keeps getting drugs and doing them, like pills and shit. So at the end of this book, his drugs wear off and he starts to fade, and his family, which is also imaginary, starts to fade, and the people there's these fucking like imagination cops or whatever that they come after him and try to fucking get him the fuck out of our world, our reality. It's kind of heady. I don't know if it was exactly explained that well in the book. Maybe I didn't read it completely understanding what was going on. I kind of read the summary and I was like, oh, okay. I had a feeling it was something like that, but I didn't exactly understand if he was the imagination or if his family was, but apparently he is too. It was okay. It's not my kind of book. It was kind of whatever for me. I don't know. It was fine though. It was probably good, I would say. It's just not for me.
Yeah,
personally.
I mean, I think I'm in the same. It took me a second read to kind of go back and understand, because even the idea of how he escaped, because you don't really get that till like the third to last page. This kid like in the coma,
Yeah.
and then he got. Yeah, I like that. I think, and we talk about it all the time. I think this is going to be like a trade read, just because of like how heady it is. Like for me to have to go read it twice, which like I don't think it's a knock on it, but like then to pick up the next issue and trying to remember what I had to remember, and then to go forward and do that. I mean, I think Tyler Jenkins' art is hit or miss for people. I like him. He's the Peter Panzerfaust guy.
Yeah, I mean, I liked him. I thought it was consistent.
Yeah, it was good art. Apart from that, trade with it. Isn't this another one of the 1 to 4 or
I think it's 4 issues, yeah.
yeah, 4 issues?
I mean, it sucks. Like, I hate saying trade weight shit because I know that fucking ruins the comic book industry a little bit. Or at least creators fucking hate it, you know? But,
You know what? If that's the case, I wish if it's really destroying things and all this stuff, if you're gonna make a limited series, why not just make a trade? Like, why go with the floppy model?
Yeah,
because
I don't know.
a lot of these don't read well in floppies.
Yeah, I mean, it really fucking deters creators from writing not confusing, but I guess heady is probably the word that we've been using, like heady fucking stories. It's like people aren't going to understand this, like from issue to issue. I have to do a trade. But the thing is, trades don't sell. I mean,
I don't think
they don't just sell that well. Yeah, as far as, you know.
I thought trades were the ones that were selling, but
but like trades, like Image fucking Saga trades. Yeah,
oh, okay.
But like Neverboy, no one's gonna pick up Neverboy the trade. You know.
Well, I think the trades sell well outside the floppies. So like if a book comes out in floppy and then makes its way to trade, I think a lot of times you'll see like that following grow.
Because
that
like
way.
it's like we picked up 1 issue.
Yeah.
And say we decide we're not going to pick up 2, 3, and 4. It'd read better in trades. Now you're buying a trade. It's like, oh, I already spent fucking $4 on, you know, the first issue. Now I got to buy the trade, and the first issue's in there. Like, you sort of feel like, you know, maybe you're losing a little bit. I mean, you are losing a little bit. I don't know. It's not a great model for. It's tough. I mean, what the fuck are you gonna do? Unless the book is like a fucking knock out of the park. Like it's tough. I mean, that's just the way the industry works.
No, this is something that's become like I think this week it kind of came to a head with me because there were so many books I was like I will read this in trade one day, but I will not read it.
Single issues.
Like single issues. Like this it's like getting a novel, a really good novel that you just kind of want to sit down and just plow through, and then like just when they're starting to get in the meat and potatoes of everything, they're just like, and I'll see you fucking next month.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. I'm really getting annoyed with this. I wish they would just come out and trade.
Yeah, no one would buy it though, Nakem.
I know.
We're fucking fickle, man. Comic book fans are fickle. We would say we'd buy it, but no one's fucking buying Neverboy #1.
I know. Well,
I did pick up a random fucking trade this week.
If you do
though.
buy it on our Amazon.
Yeah, use our affiliate link. Is that good for this week?
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, does the Amazon affiliate link work for like other Amazon other than Amazon.com? Like, if I were to do Amazon.ca, do you think it would work?
I don't know.
I'll check.
Probably give us some dumb Canadian money.
We have to set it up first. It's not even fucking legit yet. Like, we have to buy something using it, and then they approve it. No, they have to approve it.
Yeah, I know, but
don't worry.
Either way,
we'll figure it out.
Well, in addition to that, because that's our last book. Ryan has started streaming the games. I don't know if we talked about it on Cast.
Yeah,
Me and Ryan
really.
have talked about it. So Ryan has started streaming single player games, but we're pretty into the idea and want to do multiplayer games with listeners. So probably I think we were like aiming for like maybe Saturday nights.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that works for Ryan, that works for me. So if anyone has ideas, and we're thinking just like simple, kind of like
Steam games.
yeah, like stuff people can obviously afford, like 10, really no more than $20 stuff. Yeah, so if anyone has ideas of like what you like to play, what you'd want to play, we'll stream it. People can hop in, hop out. I mean, I was thinking even stuff like early on, like what was the one you said? Speed Runners.
Oh yeah, that game looks fucking fun.
Speed Runners, like iDarb. I even thought about doing. I haven't played, Left 4 Dead with people. Like,
yeah, so I mean, I've been streaming on. If you're not following it, just go to twitch.tv/thedeathcomics and just like sign up an account. It's super fucking easy. It takes like 2 seconds. Then hit the follow button, and it'll send you a quick email whenever we're using it. And yeah, I mean, I've been streaming. I've been talking to people in chat. Like some of our viewers have stopped by, our listeners have stopped by to like hang out and shit. And it's been fun. I don't know. I fucking like doing it. It's a cool way to just talk to people outside of the show when we're not so focused on having shitty opinions about books.
And if anyone is interested, if we can actually get people to participate, I think this would be a way to get Brent to maybe make a quick visit.
I talked to Brent about it, man. He
was into it.
He seems into it. I don't know. But I was talking to Brent a couple days ago just about hanging out and playing H1Z1 and shit like that. And I don't know, he seems down.
I talked to him today about it as well. He did say the cast ruined comic books and superhero movies for him altogether. He said he's not excited for it. I was like, did you see the new Avengers trailer? He's like, oh, I have no interest.
Well, either do I. Maybe it is because of the cast. I don't know.
Oh, that new trailer's so good.
Really? I think it's the worst one.
What?
Guys, we suck at talking. We're not talking about trailers on here. Fuck that. It's going to turn into Green Lantern cast again. Thanks for listening this week. Yeah, that's it. We'll be back next week.